Well, this is episode 2 of my brutally honest rankings. Today is the Chiha, well, looked into the Chiha long gun. Now, I will be rank this vehicle. I will admit is actually very good. Now, it does seem bad because, well, armor is pretty much non-existent for every one of the crew except for the driver. But this tank is actually considerably a good vehicle, and I'm going to show you why. Now, this is no regular anti-tank gun. This is a naval cannon from a destroyer, just slapped under the body of a Chiha, which is not the best armor in the world, but still it'll get you through some things. Not a lot, but you can also get machine gun to the. That's the bad stuff. Now onto the good things. Like I said, 120mm naval cannon at 2.7. There's really nothing you cannot penetrate with this. You have two different kind of shells. You have your high explosive shell, 25mm penetration all around, and a staggering 171 kilograms of explosive mass, which is, well, massive. And this, if you can hit an open top vehicle with this, or something with very, very little armor, then that tank is most likely going to be done for. They're not surviving. Then you have the CPBF round, which is semi-armor piercing ballistic cap shell, or semi-armor piercing ballistic cap shell. Things are weird. This is your more armor piercing round. This is what will get you through tanks that have armor, but still a stagger 1.7 kilograms of explosive mass, which is a little bit less than the first, which is a little bit less than the HE round you get. But with penetration like this, and at 2.0, you can penetrate some very heavy tanks. Trying to find a good 2.0 tank with a lot of armor. Let's just T50 armor, and then first HE round. You can already just one shot to the turret cheek, or you can just take your armor piercing, insta kill, and as you can, that is just incredible. Now, another sad downside though is you do only get 10 rounds with this tank, which is quite sad because that's not a lot of rounds. Or you could have a lot of, if you have a lot more rounds, you get more fun, but that's the price of having, well, this as your main armament. Another downside of this tank is you are basically vulnerable from every angle. I know, yes, of course, the turret, but the Chiha armor, like I said, is you could have a lot better than this, and you could just definitely have a lot better than, well, 25 millimeters of steel or relative millimeters armor. Overall though, it has decent speed. Turret turn is, well, generally decent, and with a reload rate of 13 seconds, which is a medium amount to wait, it is very good, especially if you can get into the right position. I'm not good with sniping because I cannot. I tried to use the rangefinder and it kind of broke after I did a few rounds, so I don't use that. But if you even in close quarters, this thing is an absolute beast to come across. Yes, sure, most tanks have a machine gun, so they can probably easily just wipe you out. But if you can get a surprise on them, or if you can just shoot first, they are most likely not going to be, well, existent due to the how big the shell is. Overall, though, I give this tank an 8 out of 10. Only reason I deduct 2 points. One, because little armor, not good. There's also no armor over here. And two, because it only has 10 rounds, which you could have more, but this is how the tank was designed, so you can't really complain too much about it. But that is my brutally honest ranking of the Chiha long gun. Do I recommend researching this vehicle? Well, it is kind of necessary since it's a texture vehicle if you want to get things like the Nato. I don't have that yet, but if you want to get other vehicles. But I do also recommend researching this whenever you first get the chance, because this thing you can have a lot of fun in if you can play it right. If you usually just rush into a horde of enemy groups, you're gonna get slaughtered instantly. But if you can wait or just go somewhere where there's less enemies, then you can actually do incredibly good. You can turn a lot of enemies into a pile of ash. Well, that was my brutally honest ranking of the Chi Ha Long Gun. Thank you.